Shalom, shalom, Yasharellam. Lord willing, this is an edifying quick lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the one true power, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world innately calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakakodash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the elder prophets who rule well through the Spirit, teaching this word and believing this word, Lord willing, that they can continue to endure and strive in the Most High's ministry. Mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect, to the scattered four corners of the earth. Teaching this word and believing this word, Lord willing, you can continue in the same spirit, to be sincere and to endure. Shalom to the Akwatim that are believers of his word, Lord willing, you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters. So that's not in the faith. So let's get into the topic. The topic is you have fallen from grace, right? You have fallen from grace. Let's see what we're talking about. Galatians chapter 5, verse 4. KJV and the NLT, because that's where we want to get that point. It says, Hamashiach is become of no effect unto you, whosoever of you are justified by the law. Ye are fallen from grace. In the NLT it says, for if you are trying to make yourselves right with the Most High by keeping the law, you have been cut off from Hamashiach. You have fallen away from the Most High's grace. Let me read that again, NLT. For if you are trying to make yourselves right with the Most High by keeping his law, you have been cut off from Hamashiach. You have fallen away from the Most High's grace, right? And this goes back to what Apostle Gabar was saying. You know, when you teaching this word, you know, the main objective is not to shove the law down the beginners' throats. They're not just gonna hurry up and drop those things, but bringing them into the faith of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai is gonna cause them to do the law, to establish the law. We're gonna go back to Galatians. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 31. It says, do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. In the NLT, well then, if we emphasize faith, does this mean that we can forget about the law? Of course not. In fact, only when we have faith do we truly fulfill the law. Because then through faith, the Lord is going to give you the understanding, guide you, that it's going to be impossible for us to fulfill the law. Let alone we're in a corruptible flesh. That's plain. We're in a corruptible flesh. We keep falling into sin. This is why the sacrifices that was in the old, always putting a sacrifice because we were sin. Some people would get their sacrifice ready because they knew they was falling into sin. Then we start doing it willfully. Yahweh Shai get to come and he do it one time. We're covered by his blood. So just because you have faith don't mean don't do the law. We establish it. But this ministry is not based on law. The Lord gave you the whole volume of the book because Yahweh Shai comes in the whole volume of the book, right? By faith. When you talk about Yahweh Shai, you're pushing the law on the children of the Lord still. When we say hearken to Yahweh Shai, follow the ways of Yahweh Shai, that's still part of the law, right? So let's go back to Galatians. Let's go to chapter 2, verse 21. And it reads, do not frustrate the grace of the Most High. For if righteousness come by the law, then Hamashiach is dead in vain. So he died for nothing. NLT, make it even more plain. I do not treat the grace of the Most High as meaningless. For if keeping the law could make us right with the Most High, then there is no need for Hamashiach to die. Right? We go so hard, like you're supposed to establish the law. But when we push the law over Yahushai, or pushing it more than Yahushai, we're going like the Pharisees and Sadducees. You know? That's why 2nd Esdras 9 and 7 said that they're going to be saved by their works and their faith. This thing is all around. The works is just to get the believers in here. The works is to be the light, to be an example. But if you just move it in faith, just the notion you are justified, but by faith, it's going to cause you to please the Lord. Just like when I look at my children, you know, some of them, if they know me, like, oh man, I don't want to do this because I might, you know, because I don't want to get my dad, or I don't want to get Yahweh Shema Shai upset. You know, is that faith and believing in this? You know, usually your faith will cause you not to stumble. Oh, let's not do that. What if dad find out? Oh, well, what if my mom? Or what if the Lord chastised me? You know, the children of the Lord want to get right with the Lord. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 31 to 32. It says, but Israel, which follow after the law of righteousness, have not attended to the law of righteousness, which goes into faith, right? It says, wherefore? Because they sought it not by faith, but as it were by the works of the law, for they stumble at the stumbling stone. Who's the stumbling stone? Yahushai. Psalms 118. Psalms 118, verse 22. The stone which the builders refused is become the head stone of the corner. This is the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes, right? Yahweh Shema Shai put Yahweh Shai in his position. And he already knew that the builders, or men that are in a position of being ahead, that they're going to reject, they're not going to believe in the stone. Only a remnant will. Romans 9, verse 31 NLT. Let's just make it smoother. But the people of Israel who tried so hard to get right with the Most High by keeping the law never succeeded. Right? So people that's working hard to please the Lord by the law, they will never succeed. Yahweh Shema Shai is telling us, anybody that's trying to keep the law and think or believe that they're going to get right with the Most High by fully keeping his law, you're wrong. You're mistaking yourself. Verse 32, why not? Because they are trying to get right with the Most High by keeping the law. Instead of by trusting in him, they stumble over the great rock in their path, right? You don't trust in him. You don't trust in him when you're not putting your faith in Yahushai. Yahushai will move you to pleasing the Lord. The law is a schoolmaster. Yahushai is over that because he came in a full example of the law. He came an example on how an Israelite's supposed to move. A high priest, a servant is no greater than his master, right? And he came to show that he's not greater than his father. The same with us. We're not greater than Yahushai, right? Let's go to chapter 10, verse 35. Salaki family. That's a mistake. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 20. Start at 19. It says, now we know that what things soever the law saith, it saith to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before the Most High. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. So none of us can be justified, right? Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight, right? Because with the law is the knowledge of sin. But now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by faith of Yahushua Mashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe. For there is no difference. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahushai. We don't get redemption in the law. That was already established of old. Through Yahushai, we get redemption. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai for being a mastermind. Romans chapter 4, verse 4 and 5. KJV, it says, Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. But to him that worketh not, believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his face is counted as righteousness. So he might not have worked, but he believed in Yahushai. And the more you believe in Yahushai, it just goes into St. John 3 and 30. He must increase and I must decrease. Right? You're going to decrease when it comes to boasting in the law. Naturally in faith, you just naturally do it. You ain't boasting. Slowly but surely, you're not going to want to do the things that you was doing on the Shabbat. When Passover come, you're going to start to understand about Passover. When you really understand this knowledge, through faith, you're going to want to do it. That's why it says in the last verse of Romans 3 and 31, we established the law. Second Esdras 9 and 7. Right? The ones that's gonna escape is the ones that do the work and that have faith. That work is prophesying. That work is being a leader and example. That work is rehearsing the law to the best of your ability. Right? That work is us rereading it again. That work is the work is you hearing this word. You know, but it's very simple. This work is pertained in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Romans 11 and 6 for the last verse. It says, and if by grace, then is it no more of works? Otherwise grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise work is no more work. Right? What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Right? They have obtained what? Yahushai. If they obtain Yahushai, they're going to get 100% truth. Proverbs 4, the second verse, Yahushai said, I give you good doctrine. Right? Through the faith in Yahweh Hashem Shai, we're going to get good doctrine. And we're going to walk in that in the best way that we can. In this captivity, we're going to know certain things is going to be hard that we might not be able to do. But it's things in the law that are simple for us to actually do. But I'm not about to sit here and say you're justified by the law. You're justified by your faith. The law is your schoolmaster. That law makes you look different than the people in this earth. You know? So again, Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, again, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. You have fallen from grace. With that, shalom.